Good morning, Peter Sidwell here from Simply Good Food TV. We're on top of Walla Crag, my favourite place to walk. If ever I've got people coming up to see me, this is one of the walks that I always bring them on because the views are just amazing. You sit over the top of Derwent Water. I can see Cat Bells, which a lot of people know and love up there. It's a great mountain, but it's not great for cooking. So we've got up first thing. I've left my wife and kids at home, they're going to school, and we're here to make breakfast. So I thought, you know what, porridge. It's pretty chilly up here, isn't it, Dave? You know? But porridge is a great, really good for you breakfast. So we're gonna get started, okay? I've got my milk straight in. You know, I think we all know how to make porridge, but we're gonna pimp this one up. Okay, so I've got some really beautiful royal oats. I mean, if you look at these great big oats, I'll open this packet. Now, the big fat ones, the big jumbo oats, they're the really good ones for you, the good heart health, okay? And it's a really easy fix, but just look at those. They are just the biggest, fattest oats you could possibly wish to see. So, we're big strapping lads, so we're gonna make a decent portion there. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is just stir through gently, and we're just gonna bring it up. And just keep your eye on it. Sorry, wind's a bit crazy here, hopefully the audio's good, but we'll see. So, I'll just show you kind of what it's like. I mean, this porridge will take a little bit longer to cook, okay, because they're big, fat, jumbo oats. And these are the ones that are super good for you. Okay, so just start to stir. They'll start to sort of thicken up and drink the milk and thicken up. So you've got to watch the pan. You don't want it to burn. You just want them to start to cook out nice and gently. Okay, so while that's happening, you take in the views, and then I'm going to show you how we pimp this one up. These pans, I got this pan from, it's like a cast aluminium pan. Okay, so it works and performs the same way as cast iron, but it's so much lighter, so much easier to use, and believe me, when you put it in your rucksack, this is the kind you need. Cast aluminium pans, they're perfect. Okay, right, porridge has been cooking for about 10-15 minutes, and look, I'm on top of a mountain. It's pretty cold up here, so everything's taking a little bit longer. So if you're making this at home, it's probably going to take about 10 minutes, low heat. Just take it steady. Keep the lid on, keep all the heat trapped in, and then just every once in so often, just lift it out, give it a stir, make sure you can see the bottom of the pan. These are really good, you know, these cast aluminium pans, because they perform like cast iron, but they're not as heavy. So this is about done for me. So I'm just gonna leave that on the heat, and we're gonna pimp up our porridge, okay? So, let's take our oats. Now, I've stolen these off the kids' fruit bowl. I've got some little raspberry peelers, all right? And I've got some strawberry ones as well. And we're basically, these are dried, and they're really intense, and they're low in sugar, and they're just fruit. That's all they are. But they're just in the convenience, you know, of these little packets. Great for walking, but even better for cooking, okay? So there's me and Dave standing behind the camera. He's pretty cold. Everyone needs a Dave, don't they? Everyone needs a Dave. There's a hashtag if ever I've heard one. Right, so I've got a couple of those. Let me just put the rubbish in my pocket and zip that up, because I don't want to be... Something very satisfying about bad coffee in a flask on top of a mountain. Don't know what it is. Right. And what I've also got is I've got some nuts. Now I keep these on my office desk all the time. And now I've taken these. Dave, just come and have a look at these for me. So I've got some almonds, I've got some walnuts, I've got some pine nuts, and I've basically roasted them in the oven for 10 minutes, a little bit of olive oil, and then when they come out nice and hot, we then glaze them with honey and sea salt. And as the honey melts, the sea salt sticks to it, and they're absolutely delicious. Try one of them, Dave. Through your gloves. So they're really, by roasting them, they become really nutty, and it's everything you want from nuts, instead of like waxy and a little bit bitter when they first come out. And I just keep them, and we use them all the time. They're delicious. And then I've also Simply Seeds do these amazing roasted pumpkins, okay? pumpkin seeds, so I've got salted ones, and they're going to work really nicely with all the flavours. And then I'm going to finish it with this awesome, this is from Secret Garden, this is pomegranate essence. It's not molasses, so it's not really sticky and heavy, it's just really intense and fruity. And if you can't get this, stick some pomegranate in, it's fine. Let's take our lid off. I'm gonna add the nuts in, okay? And just sprinkle all those in, put as much as you like in. If you like it really crunchy and nutty, bang loads in. Okay. Really useful, these. I keep a pot in my car as well, so I'm not tempted to go to the garage and buy something I shouldn't. In with our Simply Seeds pumpkin seeds. There we go. And then I have got my fruit bowl strawberries. Okay, and I've got my trusty penknife, which I actually think needs sharpening a little bit. And we're just gonna cut them. In fact, let me try and do this on the chopping board. Might be a little bit easier. There we go. So you don't want to chop them too small, because otherwise they're just going to melt in, and what you want is like little sweet nuggets. So each time you have a spoonful, it's a little bit different. And this is my dad's beef with porridge. It's boring and every spoonful tastes the same. Now I beg to differ, and I'm making this on top of a mountain. Okay, so Dad, you're on. There we go. So we've got all our little fruit bowl nuggets. These are strawberry and raspberry, these ones. There is some absolutely delicious flavours and textures. Now, just to lighten it all up and really give it a beautiful fruity flavour, we're going to hit it with some of this pomegranate essence, okay? So just pour this lovely Secret Garden pomegranate essence in. Just let it all trickle. I mean, that just looks absolutely delicious. So that is, have a little taste and make sure you get a little bit of everything. So I've got these lovely fat oats. I've got some fruit bowl raspberries. That is delish. And I haven't bought a bowl, so I am off to enjoy the view and eat my breakfast.